you have time to talk to a couple of television types?
Yeah, sure.
My name's Andrew.
Hi Andrew, how you going? I'm Bryan.
Hi, Bryan. Is this a lunch break for you?
It is.
From somewhere?
It's a stress break.
A stress break. Well, we'll try not to put you under too much stress.
That's all right.
What do you do?
I'm a futures accountant for Westpac.
Yeah, I can understand why it's a stress break.
Mm.
What does that actually mean?
What's it mean?
To somebody who wouldn't know the first drop of that
Oh,
job.
effectively, I make sure that the profit and loss that our futures traders say they're making is actually correct, and basically book it into our Westpac accounts.
Right, you're sort of a money policeman.
Yeah, bean counter, effectively, I suppose
Yeah.
they say. It's just making sure that the beans, we've got the right number of beans.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
don't take this the wrong way, but you're not dressed in a suit.
No, we actually have permanent mufti, so we can wear smart casual gear, which is very good.
You enjoy it, obviously.
Yeah.
Tell us about. Most people would think of that job as being pretty dry and kind of dreary, and I mean, a lot of people would.
Yeah, a lot of people think accounting positions are fairly boring. No, this is pretty well wrapped up in the financial market. So if the markets are busy, rates are moving, we're very busy. There's always something new happening. I look after all of the foreign currency futures, so we're talking about markets around the world, and
You feel plugged in.
Yeah. Well, we're right there with it all, basically. Yeah. So it's from my perspective, it's very exciting and very interesting.
Yeah.
But someone else could think it's really boring.
Highly paid?
Reasonably paid.
Not as highly as you'd like.
Oh no, that's always everyone's gripe, isn't it?
Yeah. But have you been doing this all your life? This is your career? This is your...
I did an accounting degree about 14 years ago, I suppose, and then went into taxation for a couple of years. Didn't like it. Then went into investment banking, and I've been in investment banking since.
Sitting on a park bench in mufti, as you call it,
yes.
Gives the wrong impression, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
But is there another side to you?
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, personally?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
And what's
there
that
always
side?
is.
What, the out of work.
Out of work. Happy-go-lucky, very calm, home bod.
Mm-hmm. No secret hobbies and passions?
No, not really. I love cooking. I love going out to restaurants. So I'm currently house hunting for a new house. I have been for 7 months.
On your own or with someone?
No, on my own.
But what do you plan to do in the house? I mean, how do you live? What is that other happy-go-lucky side of Bryan?
Oh, look, I've almost forgotten. It's been so long. For 7 months it's been taking me to find this house.
You haven't had a life?
No, that's right, I haven't. Oh, no. Well, pretty well much. I'm sort of I'm very much a home person, so I don't tend to go out during the week. I like to have dinner parties on the weekend and have friends over, and that's why I'm looking for a house with a formal dining room. Right. And I've got a 10-seater table and stuff like that. So I have a bunch of friends around and
fairly serious entertainment.
Yeah. So and it's normally I like to sort of experiment with food and stuff like that. So
we're in gourmet country here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, is there a wine cellar in this house?
A wine cellar? No, there's not. But there's a built-in set of wine racks and an old fireplace. Yeah, that they've done quite nicely. So
will that do?
It's a start. Yeah, it'll probably hold the 100 or so bottles I've got at the moment. But
Right. Now tell us a bit about your background. Where do you actually come from?
My background, originally from a little town just outside of Brisbane. I then took the big leap of doing the mandatory 1-year travel overseas with a backpack. Travelled around Europe and the States and a little bit of Asia, and
had some adventures.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. Yeah, very good time. And best year of my life. It was fantastic.
Where did your family fit into all this? I mean, you were born in this little town and went out into the world. How did they feel about all that?
Oh, my mother's quite horrified actually to think that I'm living in this big horrible city called Sydney.
Yeah.
But I love the city. I think it's fantastic. I've been here for coming up 10 years now. Wouldn't move anywhere else. I felt Brisbane, there was more to life than what Brisbane had to offer me. So
is that true?
So I left. Yeah.
Yeah, you found that to be the
case?
case?
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about your partner a bit.
He is 33.
The same business. Is it a
no?
You met in business?
No, he's in retail sales.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been together for 18 months, 20 months, something like that. Yeah.
Is that a long time for you in a relationship?
No, this is a short time. I moved to Sydney with a partner, and we were together for about 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that broke up over a few issues, and then
Always a few issues.
yeah, always a few issues.
But not your fault.
Oh, we all have part to play with it, don't we?
I just wondered how.
No, we all have part to play with it. So I sort of had a year off, and
a year off.
a year off, yeah, and
a year of no relationships.
Year of nothing, absolutely nothing. No,
and
no
how
relationships.
Was that?
Very good actually. Very good. Yeah, it was very
calm.
It was calm, but it was very sort of full of self-thinking and working out where you want to go in your life and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I thought about the idea of maybe Sydney's not where I want to stay at that point in time, but I stayed here, and I'm very happy that I did. I made that choice to stay. And then I met my partner. And
how did that? Whereabouts? How did that come about?
Oh, we just met at a dance bar.
What are the issues for you in a relationship like this? What are the things that are really important now?
In a relationship?
Yeah, because you said you spent a year trying to figure out, just a year thinking about yourself.
For us and for me at the moment, it's sort of truth and honesty, I suppose, with how you feel and what you say. The other thing for me certainly is not having a partner who's not aggressive. Someone who you can actually sit down and talk with. Probably interested in doing the same sort of things. My partner's very much a homebody as well, wanting to stay at home and have friends over and all that sort of stuff, but occasionally go out and have a bit of a party or something like that.
Yeah.
Weekends away and really just sort of enjoying the same sort of things, I suppose. Really.
The usual.
Yeah, pretty much the usual stuff. But I certainly think being able to sort of express how you feel without being concerned that the person's going to fly off the handle or something like that.
Did you know your sexuality without question from the start?
Always. Yeah, well, always. I mean, probably 15 or 16. I experimented and decided that I'm gay and that's it, sort of thing.
You experimented because you weren't 100% sure?
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing out on something. Yeah.
Was it ever an issue with the family?
Oh, initial reaction was quite distressing, yeah. I mean, my mother's first reaction was, oh my God, I'm not going to have any grandchildren from you, but she's got 4 other people to have grandchildren with.
Other than that?
No, it took a while for them to get used to the whole idea, but one of my main focuses was to actually introduce them to a whole lot of my friends and involve them in my life and make sure that they realised that pretty well much I was just an ordinary person who actually just had a different slant on life, and it wasn't going to affect my relationship with them, and that's one of the reasons why I told them when I did at 19, because I felt I was moving away from them because I was starting to hide things. But no, I think now they have issues with it, I suppose, but my parents are great, fantastic. They're really good. My mum's my best friend, and I ring her 3 times a week, and we have a good chat. My STD bill's horrific.
What about your siblings?
I suppose the word is, as much as I hate it, is the word's tolerate, probably. The last 20 months has been pretty good, actually. It's been pretty smooth sailing.
And you can cope with that?
Yeah, I can cope with that very much so, yeah.
Has it ever been tough? Have you ever had a really bad time?
With
anything?
Oh, sure. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, my previous relationship was very, what's the word? It had a huge amount of domestic violence in it. So...
against you?
Yeah. Sorry?
Obviously.
Yeah. So I had a lot to deal with that. Sort of major issues like that. That was the unbinding of my previous relationship.
And it went on for a long time?
It went on for a long time. Sort of escalated in the last 3 or 4 years. To the point where I just wasn't prepared to deal with it anymore.
It's still a long time. People always...
It's a long time, yeah. You often don't... my perspective is that I didn't realise I was in that sort of situation. Just sort of every 3 or 4 months there's sort of rolling arguments and, sort of physical fights and all that sort of stuff. It took me a while to actually realise that really was the situation I was in. So, you know, after counselling and various other bits and pieces and like that, it was a matter of, you know, I had to make a decision, and one day it just happened. That's it, I'm out of here.
And all that built up sort of trauma and drama, you spent a year getting rid of it.
Yeah, it took me quite a while to actually, took me probably 6 months to actually get the courage to sort of feel comfortable with myself again, I suppose, because classic domestic violence is where, you know, obviously the victim is put down all the time emotionally, and so you have to sort of get through that. I got to a point after about 9 or 10 months, I was starting to feel comfortable with the idea of letting someone back into my life, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then sort of 3 months later it happened, which was good.
I know you got a young man, you don't care about me. He's darker than quicksand, he's taller than a tree.
I've just paid rent and I'm on my way home, and I'm going to go to the beach because I'm not working, because I got the sack on Sunday.
What?
And I think it's all meant to be for a reason. And
Do you know what the reason is?
well, something better is going to happen.
What sort of work did you get the sack of?
Fashion retail, and I didn't enjoy it anyway. Every fibre of my body was saying, get out, and do something else.
And
so,
were you sacked for something that you did or didn't do?
I was reading the paper.
Is that all?
There was no customers in the shop, and I was reading the paper, and then the boss came in and caught me and got a bit upset with me, and so I got a bit upset with him and told him what I thought of him, which was very empowering, and walked out. Yeah, and just broke up with my boyfriend before that, so that's a good thing as well.
Gosh,
It's
a
all
big
happening.
watershed week.
It is, and look at my smile. It's
Why did you
fantastic.
break up with your boyfriend?
We'd been going out for about 5 years, on and off. We'd broken up a couple of times, and both times we'd broken up, I'd moved back to Melbourne to get away from him, and then returned on the phone calls of, I really do love you, and I wanted to believe it, so I moved everything back up, and I'm in debt because of that, and that's fine.
But in the end, it was a definite no.
Yeah, it's not right. He's an unhappy person, and he's got his own stuff.
Did you break it up finally?
It was kind of mutual.
So he's no more calls?
No more calls, no. He's in a bad way at the moment, so he's gone away for a little while.
5 years.
5 years.
What has he changed since you met? Or have you changed?
We've both changed. We weren't good for each other. The worst parts of myself came out when I was with him. And
Do you have worse parts?
Yeah, I do.
They don't show. They're not visible.
Not today, no, because I'm happy today.
Yeah. What are the worst parts?
Well, I'd never really been a really jealous person before I got together with him, and he's quite possessive and jealous, and I picked up on that and started to go along with that, and it's not really who I want to be. It's not who I want to identify with at all.
It's not a positive feeling,
No,
is it?
no, not at all. And when I'm good, I'm really good.
Yeah.
When I'm bad, I'm not.
Well, let's talk about the good.
Okay.
What's your name?
Jena.
Jena. So
Yeah.
when Jena is really good,
Yeah.
what do you like? What's
Oh, well...
gregarious, extrovert?
Yes, I'm a little bit like that. Any chance to show off, I'll do it.
Right.
I was interested in acting a long time ago when I was at school, and I'd like to return to that. It's something that I abandoned to go and get a career. And
safe career.
Yeah, safe career. I spent
there you go.
a lot of time fumbling around trying to find that, and I ended up getting 1 degree and wasn't completely happy with that.
Yeah.
So now I'm just floating, trying to find out
And you
what to
don't
do.
know where your life is heading.
No, it feels good.
How seriously do you think about acting?
Fairly seriously, I'm scared. I'm very scared of it. You know, half of Sydney are actors or something like that, models, scriptwriters, the whole bit, photographers, whole half of Bondi where I live is, that's for sure. But maybe it's going to happen. I don't know. If I pull my finger out and try and get on with it.
What other jobs have you had?
Psychiatric nursing, home care, dancing.
Was it a job, dancing?
Yeah.
What kind of dancing?
Taking off clothes dancing.
Right.
I was a stripper for a little while. And that was pretty good. I mean, I don't have a problem with the body.
But was it fairly well paid?
Yeah, well, that's the only reason you do it. Yeah, it does mess with your mind a little bit.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because of the expectations of the clientele, I think. Because I didn't identify with what they wanted me to identify with. I was there to have a bit of fun and to make some money, and my body doesn't worry me at all. I didn't see it as a sexual thing. I just had fun with
But
it.
they did.
They
the
did.
customers.
Oh, that's why they were there.
Yes.
Yeah. So I only did that for a little while.
But what made you decide to do that? Was it something that you wouldn't normally do?
No, a friend of mine was doing it for a long time, and she was making a lot of money. And I'd moved back to Melbourne and I couldn't get a job. And I thought about it for about 8 months. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. And finally, once I bought the wig and the costume, the character, once I became the character, it was fine.
So did you do, first of all, did you do something at home? Did you do a strip for yourself in the mirror?
Oh, yeah, sure. Of course. I've been lying. I said it didn't.
And how did that work? I mean, was it your practice?
I was smiling all the way through it because I thought it was a bit funny.
Yeah.
That was my unique approach to it. The other girls wouldn't smile and I would. And sometimes people would say to me, wow, you look like you're enjoying that.
Yeah. And what was the music that you used? What sort of music?
All sorts of music. Some really bad 80s stuff. You know, your usual standards, a bit of Prince and all that sexy sort of cliche. Everything that was cliched I went for, and that was half the fun. I woke up yesterday morning and I just spent the day by myself in the sunshine. Today I'm going to the beach.
Do you feel sorry for yourself?
No, I don't at all. Once upon a time I would have, but I haven't shed a tear. I'm feeling really positive about it, and I don't even know why. And I felt the same way when I returned to Sydney this year, and I needed a job, and I just thought, well, it'll happen, and it did. And I've got a feeling that it'll happen again.
Taking a year off this year. I'm going to Thailand in about a week. So yeah.
What are you going to do in Thailand?
Just travel around and sort of find myself, lose myself, find myself again. I don't know.
Can you tell us what you're doing? You're obviously delivering clothes.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
I work at like a dotty, and I work in the warehouse and deliver clothes in the afternoon.
Full-time job?
Yeah, full-time job. Pays the bills.
Do you like delivering ladies' clothes?
Well, you get to meet lots of women doing it, so it couldn't be that bad. So.
Have you met any friends yet?
Yeah, I'm going out with one girl on tomorrow night. We're going dancing and everything tomorrow night.
And you met her in the shop?
Yeah. So it's really good.
Is that the first time you're going out with her?
Yeah, first time. Looking forward to it, yeah.
Yeah? Dancing?
Yeah, we're going to a place called the Underground Cafe at the Cross, so we're going to go dancing there.
You don't, and you think, what's her name? Do you know her name?
Yeah, her name's Elle.
And how did you meet her exactly?
Oh, she's one of the workers there, and I was just like doing it casually, saying, oh no, it's just came up quite by fluke. I just said, oh, do you want to go out? And she said, yeah, so went better than what I thought it did. So.
Have you had a long-term relationship with a girl before?
No, this is the first time I've been out with a girl for ages. So.
Yeah?
My last one ended up a bit of a biz because my friends, all dogged me and everything and started saying all this lies so they could go out of her and everything. So.
Oh, really? Not so much friends?
No, I found out they weren't really the friends. So I don't speak to them anymore, so it's no big deal.
Have you got new friends?
Yeah, got new friends now. They're all helping me out and everything. So.
What's your name?
Adam.
Adam. Where are you from around here in Sydney?
No, I live Pendle Hill, which is halfway between Blacktown and Parramatta.
Yeah. How did you get this job?
Well, I started off casual because I lost my licence and just needed casual work. And then a friend of mine works at Dotty and he just said, oh, we have casual work if you want it. So I took that for a bit and then they just offered me full-time employment once I got my licence.
Right.
So
why did you lose your licence?
96 and a 40. Plus I ran a red light, so I lost 9 points off a 4-point licence. So.
Won't be doing that again.
No, I won't be doing that again, no. Especially after paying the fine.
That sounds as though you're a reckless person. Are you a reckless person?
No way in the world. I think it was just I was in a rush to get back to the office because they kept calling me on the mobile saying, yeah, get back, we need the paperwork. So I was rushing just to do a good impression.
Right.
But ever since then, I've been a good driver. All my other friends have done all the speeding and everything. They haven't got caught yet, but all in good time. So.
All in good time, you think? And what was are you living with your parents still?
Yeah, still living with the parents. It's a lot cheaper that way. So until I pay off my car, I think I'm just going to live at home. So.
Right. What was their reaction when you lost your license?
They were quite calm, actually, which was all right.
Yeah.
So they said, you know, well, you've learnt your lesson, you have to pay the fine, which was almost $1,000. So.
That hurt.
Oh, yes, it did. I think I'm still recovering from it now.
That's a lot of nights out at the underground cafe.
Quite a lot of nights out, yeah.
Now, are you going to pay for everything tomorrow night? What's the deal?
I think we're going double Dutch just because we're trying as friends first and then see what happens after that. But I'll probably buy her a drink or two, no worries.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was it about her that appealed to you?
Her eyes and face. And she was just really cool, like nice personality and everything.
Yeah.
So.
What sort of woman do you think she is? Just little note you know of her.
Outgoing, I think. You know, good to have a night out with. You know, she won't be a dud on the night or anything. I want to get into like spiritual healing, all the new age medicine. I'm doing a college course at the moment for that, and once I do all the courses and everything, I can get some employment in that, hopefully.
Did you ever want to be anything else as a kid?
A police officer, but I didn't go through it with my HSC because I had a few problems with school and everything and with myself. So I didn't end up going right through to year 12. So if I want to be
problems with yourself?
Well, we've only just found out it was. It's probably embarrassed myself in front of everyone, but it's found out I have schizophrenia. So
it's not embarrassing.
I'm still getting used to it now. Like people say, you know, everyone has it. Like not everyone, but you know, a lot of people have it. So I'm just not getting used to it, I suppose. So I can live with it. It's no big deal.
Which is what, basically taking medication?
Yeah, I take medication twice a day, and if I miss out on that, I'll probably go haywire. But I haven't missed it, so I've got nothing to worry about.
How did this manifest as a problem? You were saying you had a problem at school. And
I just it's paranoid schizophrenia, so I would hear voices and get paranoid and then I'd try and kill myself. So I've had a few suicide attempts and ended up in hospital for it and everything. So...
You weren't very successful at that?
No.
Luckily for you?
Yes.
What sort of things did you try?
Overdose.
With what?
Let's see, on the last medication I have, it's a medication called Serenase, which got me really drowsy and almost just shut down the system. The asthma puffer, and that's just sped up the heart and had the opposite effect, I suppose.
Do you remember going through the process in your mind?
Yeah, I'd plan it all before I do it. Like I'd plan it, say, a week or two beforehand, and then I'd just follow through on the plans.
Is it part of the depression?
Yeah, part of the depression, yeah. If I needed a shoulder to cry on, Mum and Dad were there, and you know, we still talk about it now, saying any problems, I say no, and they introduced me to the new psychiatrist I've got and everything, so it's pretty good.
So that's under control and it's managed and it's fine. Does it cause you any problems?
I'd maybe get a little nervous and scared sometimes it's going to happen again, but other than that, I haven't got a problem.
What about the voices you heard? What did you hear?
They were just saying, you know, it's time for you to die, you know, you have to kill yourself, you know, stuff like that.
But where were they coming from?
From in here, in my head, yeah.
But you didn't think they were coming from a particular place?
Nah, just something in my head.
Right.
So we tried heaps of things, like they thought I might have been possessed at one stage or something, because we believe in all that. You know, we get hassled for it, but, you know.
When you say we, you mean the family?
Yeah, the family, yeah. We're all into the new age side of stuff, like spiritual healing and aura and everything.
And you at first thought that possibly you were possessed?
Yeah, they've given the explanation for it, and I agree with it, you know, but schizophrenia plus, you know, we always look at the other side as well, but we don't, you know, miss out on the medicine side and everything. So.
You have a picture of yourself in 5 years' time of where you'd like to be?
On a motorbike, travelling somewhere in Australia, I think.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I'm getting a
alone? Or with somebody in the pillion seat?
Hopefully Elle in the pillion seat. It's a big plan. She's going to hear this and probably say, yeah, sure, but, you know, it doesn't matter.